I'm here at Scarborough Athletic with Hereford manager Josh Gowling. Narrow defeats. What did you make of things overall?
I think the game should have been done at half time, to be honest. Simple as that. We had enough chances to win the game and be comfortable in the game, and we didn't take them. And then we end up scoring an own goal at the end. And you come to places like this and you don't take chances, you always run the risk of something like that happening, and that's what happened today.
I mean, the sort of long ball seemed to play a very big part in the match today. Either a long throw in or route one straight down the middle.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to do that, and we dealt with it for all of the game, apart from one occasion when we threw it in and we flicked it back. But for me, second half, I think we lost the battle in the middle of the park. For me, I think they got on top of us a little bit in the middle, and we played nice at times in the middle. We've asked them to turn balls in behind at times, and we turned them down to our players that have got pace. And at the end of the day, it's ended up costing us 3 points at the end of it.
So you kept the same lineup and substitutes today. After a promising performance, that must be a bit of a wrench to the fact that it's all sort of fallen flat.
It's not falling flat. If you look at the first half, you could be easily 2-3-0 up at half time. So, the lads put in a good performance first half, but then you want them to roll the sleeves up a little bit more second half, and be a bit more direct at times, and play short at times, and then figure out the opposition a little bit, see what they're doing. Naturally, they're going to come out second half and press on higher, which they did. But then we've got to recognise the spaces in behind and turn it in behind a little bit more to our pace, which is mine and Miles and Ryan, and we just didn't do that. And then they were just picking too many balls for me up in the middle of the park, which is why we made the changes.
How are you going to get those options back into place so that you can turn, when you're up against it, you can turn those positions into victories?
It's just learning. Simple as that. The lads will learn. We'll learn along the way. We learned last season. Along the way, you need games like this sometimes for the lads to feel a loss, to have an understanding of what's required at this level. Obviously, we've got a new squad, and they've got to learn together as a group what we need to do in those moments. We can talk on the sideline, but we can't play the game for everyone all the time. So we've just got to recognise just the moments. And what was pleasing for me first half was, we took control of the first 20 minutes, and then a little period in the second half they came into the game, but then we took back control towards the end of the first half, and you want us to come out second half. We come out second half and we nearly score after a minute, so you want us to kick on, and for me we just didn't do that. And I feel I've played, when you have the chances you have and you don't put them in the back of the net, you end up getting nervy, and for me it felt a nervy second half for us, just because you've been there before when you've had 1, 2, 3 chances that you should score, and you're thinking, is it going to be that day? And unfortunately today it was that day for us. Straight
back into it, Tuesday at Chester. Are we likely to see Aaron Marty Holloway in and around the squad on Tuesday?
Yeah, he's trained. He's been back training. He's trained a couple of days this week. Obviously we'll get a training session on Monday, and then we'll assess where he's at fitness wise. Obviously he's not doing a lot of work, but games like today is where you need someone like Aaron, where you might need to be a bit more direct, and he's got that physicality about him alongside Ty, because for me today they can deal with Ty. We've got no one else in that mould to then help out, so he definitely brings us a different dimension. So yeah, it will definitely be our thoughts for Tuesday.
Because we thought you wouldn't risk him today, being it's a 4G surface.
Yeah, he's trained twice, pretty much all pre-season, so all 3 times. So obviously with a calf injury coming into today on a 4G when he's not trained that much, it's just not worth the risk. So yeah, we'll look at Monday.
You took Harry Pinchard off in the second half when I thought Hereford needed to be a bit more creative, and he could have provided that spark because he had the best couple of shots from Hereford in the game. What was the thought process there?
In the first half?
In the first half he had 2 really good shots.
How many shots did we have in the second half?
Yeah, so is that why you took him off?
Well, we were losing the midfield battle, so we weren't creating in the second half. We didn't latch on second balls, so we needed to get back in the game. And for me, if you do lose a second ball battle at this level, you don't win games. So we brought Jan on to win those second balls, to get forward well, to marshal the team better. Kane's a young lad, and for me at times he was too high, so we brought Jan on just to pull him back in and get him into a bit of a better shape. And I thought, obviously when we made the changes, we then got on top, and then we looked like scoring, and then obviously, but unfortunately we didn't.
Because overall you looked quite comfortable in possession at times, but wasn't that final ball, that cutting edge wasn't quite there?
Well, again, you have 8 shots first half, and you have probably 3 or 4 clear-cut opportunities. It is there, but you just got to put the ball in the back of the net. So, and then you end up getting frustrated, which we did second half for me at times. But I think we turned down a lot across the second half. I think we got in good areas second half where we could put the balls in. We've got big Ty in the team, and we just turned them down. We came back out, which was easier for them. So again, it's a learning process. It's frustrating because for me, we've dropped 4 points. We've got 1 point on the board, which is probably 1 point more than we had last year. But I expect to come in and win today. So it's pressure on us now to go Tuesday night and get a win at Chester.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.